Welcome back to Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. It's time for Chapter 1 of Part 2, aka the part that doesn't matter. Uh, the the story in Part 2 it really is pretty inconsequential to the overall story of the game, and from a gameplay standpoint, for the most part, the characters that participate in battles in Part 2 have like low general availability. Leveling them up doesn't really matter a whole lot. So yeah, like in a lot of ways, it really doesn't matter. That being said, there are some really cool chapters in this part, and I enjoy playing them. So um, I it's not necessarily a criticism. In fact, in some ways, I like being able to play chapters where I'm not necessarily worried about like the long term of like uh the long-term considerations beyond that. Like that chapter I get to just sort of like optimize for exactly that chapter. It's one of the reasons I really tend to prefer playing like pre-deployed maps in Advanced Wars. It's not exactly the same thing, but like just being able to treat it as sort of like a self-contained puzzle where it's like it's less like open-ended. I don't know, I tend to enjoy that sort of thing. Anyway, so we have a whole bunch of new units, nothing but new units to talk about. So I guess we'll start with Alencia. So, the well, first of all, I should say Part 2 changes all the benchmarks for like the stats and like what makes units good and bad. So, like if you compare the stats of characters in Part 2 to characters in Part 1, like you're gonna have an inflated sense of how good the characters are. That being said, Alencia is definitely good and useful, but less so right now because she only has a slim sword, which is obviously very weak. But later when she gets the immediate, she's quite strong. Stat-wise, she's got pretty good stats across the board. She has stab utility, which is also really nice. But she's like surprisingly bulky, and pretty fast. Not particularly strong, and certainly, like I said, with the slim sword, she's not doing much damage. Although I guess I should check. But yeah, so she's got 21 attack. These guys have 16 defense. Like that's not a lot of damage. 17 defense, 18 defense. In this chapter, she's mostly healing, but she does have stun, which means, even with a 3 times damage, when you're talking about like like 5 or less damage, you're still not like, even if she stuns twice, the enemy will probably still be alive. But if she does activate it, then obviously like the actual stun effect is relevant, which is, I guess it's interesting insofar as like normally with these tier 3 abilities, and she is tier 3, or it's not like obvious because her class is queen, which doesn't really tell you like that it's tier 3, but it is. Anyway, with these tier 3 abilities, a lot of times they'll have some effect like this, and then it won't matter because they'll just blow up whoever they're hitting if it goes off because of the damage increase. But it's kind of interesting that she has a tier 3 ability where like the actual effect matters because her damage output right now is so low. That being said, again, the fact that it's not reliable, of course, means that in practice she's mostly going to be healing for now. But like by the time you get to like Part 2 endgame, she can definitely deal some damage. And being a flyer, of course, makes her very useful, particularly on that map because there's a bunch of elevation changes that she can like fly across and kind of go up and down and do hit and run attacks and some cool stuff like that. Anyway, then we've got Marcia. So Marcia is amazing, or Marcia, whatever. I'm not used to that. I guess it probably is Marcia. I'm not used to that spelling of Marcia. I'm used to it being like SH, but I guess it is probably Marcia. Anyway, whatever it is, she's amazing in Path of Radiance. In This game, she really does suffer from the availability problem. I don't really remember whether it's possible to like train her enough for her to be like a viable like part 4, part 5 unit or not. I want to say it's really not, but I don't remember for sure. Anyway, at this point, you know, she's a little weaker than Alencia, except that she's got better weapons. But you know, same speed, a little less defense, less resistance, less strength. So, and she's not tier 3. She doesn't have a mastery skill. So you know, she doesn't have that going for her. She does come with a javelin, so she can make ranged attacks. I don't remember how many of these guys have. Let's see, this guy's got a short axe. There's a hand axe. Okay, so there's quite a few hand axes. But my recollection is that she doesn't do much damage with the javelin. So 7 damage, or 7 might versus 10, so 25 attack is still not a ton. She's definitely not one-rounding with the javelin, that's for sure. So yeah, I mean, she's of the units we are looking at right now, she's the one that most wants to get the kills, probably, but it really doesn't matter too much. Anyway, then we've got Neolucci. Neolucci also doesn't have a particularly high attack value. His speed, like, I think this is a common thing for like the birds in particular. I guess the ravens in particular, as we saw with Vika earlier. Like they have the crazy high speed, but don't necessarily hit very hard. I think he, like Vika, only has an A level strike, so. So yeah, and he, actually, I didn't pull up any of their growth rates. I don't think it matters a whole heck of a lot, but I guess I'll look at them just for the sake of doing it. So yeah, Alencia actually has 65 strength growth, which is pretty cool, and 70 speed growth, so that's nice. She's only got 20 defense growth, but her starting defense is solid, so. Marsha's only got 30 strength growth. That's not too good. And her base strength is not very good. So, I mean, that suggests to me that even if you do have the chance to train her, you're going to have trouble getting her strength to a point where she's doing a whole lot. She has 65 speed growth, and everything else is honestly pretty bad. 35 defense, 35 resistance, 40 skill. Like, it certainly doesn't reflect how good she was in Path of Radiance. I do have transfer bonuses for Marsha, actually, so she's actually worse than this. I want to say I had strength, skill, speed capped for her. I had a bunch of characters that had strength, skill, and speed capped. And I want to say that she was one of them. If I'm right, then yeah, her strength, if she has actually 16 base strength and 18, that's really not too good. I'm pretty sure I capped her strength, because her strength cap in Path of Radiance is only 23, so it's not too hard to get her there. Yeah, I think I know I have a list of that somewhere. Just need to find it. Yep, strength, skill, speed. So yeah. Anyway, back to Neolucci. So yeah, Neolucci, as you might expect, like being like, you know, the old man character is not really a target for growth either. In fairness, Laguz, in some sense, like, that you can consider their growth rates to be like double what they actually are, because the except for luck and HP, but because their other stats get doubled when they transform, there is some sense in which you can say, like, so he has 35 strength, 40 skill, 40 speed, 40 defense, 25 resistance. And there's a sense in which you could say that like those are all doubled, and at which point those are actually quite good. But I think it's less true for Lagoos that have no access to like the permanent transformation skills, and moreover they just gain experience so slowly that it kind of doesn't matter what their growth rates are. But it is kind of like I'm looking at this, and Neolucci has got more strength growth than Marcia, same skill growth, more defense growth. Like, that's sad. Rip Marcia, I guess. All right, so like she really, for when I played Path of Radiance Maniac mode, I mean she was not my MVP, like wire to wire MVP, but she was my MVP for like a large chunk of the game, and in particular, some of the harder sections of the game where like because there's like the game's difficulty definitely like spikes up and down in Maniac mode. Yeah, during like the sort of like mid to mid late game, she was like until everybody else started like out strengthening her because of her low strength cap and started catching up to her speed, and basically just having higher damage output as a result. Like she really got a lot done. Anyway, all right, Leanne. Leanne has stats, I guess, not very many of them, but who cares? She's a Heron. Obviously, she chants. She does 2 in either direction in both transformed and untransformed states, so she's basically strictly worse than Raphael. I mean, she does fly in her untransformed state. She does have Canto. So, I mean, she's not actually strictly worse. I shouldn't say that, but I mean, she's certainly like, she is worse. She's definitely like, there's really no argument for her being the Heron that you select to bring into the tower. Anyway, so this is actually a survive map, which I'd forgotten about. I assume that means that we won't be getting like any kind of turn bonus. Yeah, that is accurate. Oh, I said chapter 1. This is actually chapter P for prologue. So never mind on that. Anyway, I guess I'm ready to get started. Talked about everybody, I think. What we want to do ideally is clean out. Oh, I guess I could talk about the map gimmick too. These clouds move across the map and provide cover. It's actually really interesting. I believe they move to like one space to the left every turn, so you can like anticipate where everything's going to be. It's a pretty interesting gimmick. I mean, this whole battle is like a really cool idea. Like, because most of the time in Fire Emblem, it's like you got these flying units, but the fact that they're flying is only relevant in certain ways. Like they're not like soaring above the battle. They're not able to like, I don't know, like do like just be like, oh, this foot soldier's coming up to attack me. Let me just like fly upwards and not be in reach of them. But here they essentially are doing that, so I think it's cool. Anyway, so what I would like to do, is clear out. So first of all, I definitely want to kill this guy because he has a short axe. He is a tier 2 enemy. Everybody else I think is just tier 1. Yeah. So Alencia, even though she's like her attack power is weak, will get like no experience from like killing any of these guys except him, I think. Not that it really matters, as I kind of alluded to earlier, but anyway, I want to ideally like clear out the guys with the nearby guys without ranged weapons, so that Leanne is protected, and then have Marcia in position to counterattack the guys with the hand axe, which up here looks like it's just this one guy. than that guy. Yeah, most of the hand axes are down in this region. So start with, and I guess, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, need to figure out who we're gonna chant for. Probably these two. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we can get chant out of the range of this guy. I don't know that we're gonna be able to take out all three of these. If we can't, I'll just rescue with Neolitiate, probably. I guess I should check how his damage compares to, so 11 twice, that is probably going to be better than, well, I know it's going to be better than Alencia's. 5 twice, so maybe Alencia is the one who ends up rescuing if that's necessary. Alright, yeah, I should probably chant for Neolichi, not Alencia. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay, so, and he does have Kanto, right? Yeah. Oh, he has Wrath. I didn't actually remember that. Probably take that off when I get the opportunity, which may not be until like part 4, but okay, so I think we want to go like here and here. Marcia here, Neoluchi here. He is very, very dodgy, because his speed is so high. And I guess his luck is probably pretty high, too. Nope. Yeah, so. Actually, I guess Valencia could have gotten that kill, and I could have, done something maybe a little bit more efficient with Marcia. Oh well. Oh, I think these also may slow fires down. The clouds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they do. So I need to take that into account. I'm counting like this guy's range and seeing if I need to like block him or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I just stick somebody there, that'll be good enough. Which could probably be Marcia coming up. Unless... Okay, so she can get that kill. She... I can also have him swing back over here. A little bit short of that kill. I guess the other thing... So with this shifting over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I shouldn't need to block this row, which could mean that I come in, kill with the javelin, then come back down and get in the range of this guy with the hand axe. Like there, or... Oh, never mind. He's gonna be able to hit Neoluch anyway, so there's no reason to do that. Ow. Okay, I did not remember that the clouds move on both player and enemy phase. Let's see here. Alright, probably what we do is have Valencia and Neolucci hit these two guys, and then Marcia gets the kills. This guy doesn't have a hand axe, so put anybody in his range. Rechanting for probably Valencia so she can heal Marcia. Ugh. So low damage. Alright, so where do we want? Like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So maybe like there. Or actually, if Marcia's gonna get the other kill, I want her to be closer to that guy. So I guess I'll just work with there-ish. Should make sure that I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get both of these kills. Oh, I don't like that hit rate. Alright. What I'll do is get this killed first. How much damage is she doing to this guy? 11? I guess Valencia could finish if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so Valencia could finish if Marcia whiffs. And if not, then she'll heal. Oh, right, Kanto. That's a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. We'll put her here so that she can potentially heal Neolucci if he gets hit, which he probably won't, but... no, that's not an option. I guess the hand axe guys are all pretty far away anyway. Ow. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can go here. Heal, and Valencia can heal herself with her staff, but also if she couldn't, then Leanne could heal her. Because of the whatever the thing is that it's called, that blessing? I don't know. The Heron skill that heals adjacent allies. Yeah, look at that. Okay. I think... let's see, 27, 28, 27... 11, 11, 11. So if March is at full health, then she is not at risk of dying, even if she gets hit by all three of those guys. So I think what I'm going to do is try to put Neolucci in range to hit this guy, and put March in range of these three with the javelin. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something else I don't know is whether, or don't really remember, is whether... Oh, Alencia is max staff level already. Alright, I was going to say I don't know whether her staff level is important, but it can't be because it's maxed. Alright, assume... Let's see, yeah, so he's got 9 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4... 6, 7, 8, 9... Yeah, so we're going to want Neolucci, like, there-ish. I think. I'm just going to put him over there now. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, God, this is... Yeah, okay, I don't think there's any way it's going to make sense to have Leanne in range of Marcia. That's just... Because, like, she's going to have to go pretty far forward to aggro all three of these guys. And then one of them will be able to hit Leanne, and that's no good. So, just dump her back there. Wah. Wah. Okay. Yeah. I also need to make sure I don't draw the boss over there. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean he's gonna be going through a lot of clouds. I think I need to go like this far if I want to engage this guy. So, and then are some of them gonna attack Alencia instead after I come and heal and trade? Maybe. I guess I'll just take that chance. Okay, well he is moving, but nice. Where is everyone's favorite narcoleptic pirate? I do not know. Neolucci is about to untransform, so that's a bit annoying. That is good against the boss. Not super hot. Not super hot. Alright, I think I start with this. Like the lower left guy is just gonna survive this turn in all probability. Start with this. have Valencia come and hit this guy, chant for these two, Valencia heals, March finishes this guy, Neolucci finishes this guy, and then runs away because of Lung Transform. I think that's what we're doing. Ah! Or not. Damn it. Alright, if I can get far enough away from the boss, I don't need to, or well, I guess, I mean, I also need to keep Leanne away from him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So she can go like there, although that's probably still in range of the Tudo to the left of her. That's probably still in range of this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it is. So she actually needs to go up here. Yeah, that's really annoying. So maybe. Oh, right, she has Kanto. Right, okay. So if she wants to finish up here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can put Marcia as far down as, like, there. Yeah, Valencia can't even, like... I mean, she can heal, of course, but... Alright, I guess that's what I'm gonna do to start with. Alright, so even with no clouds, this guy can't get there anyway. Oh my gosh. Alright, I think I'm just gonna let Marcia try this again on enemy phase so that they're not in the clouds. Clouds too annoying. 6, 7, 8. Wait, did I miscalculate that? I mean, there are going to be clouds in this way, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I do. It's just accounting for the clouds, which is fine because they are going to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, I wonder... Yeah, he cannot double Neolucci. I might be able to, like, distract him. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, let's see if the boss goes after Neolucci, maybe. Yeah. Whiff. Still dodgy. Fill that gauge. I mean, if I use a Lagoon Stone, it doesn't really matter because it'll fully fill the gauge anyway, but whatever. Level! Yay! Speed. Ow. Oh, here he comes. I forget who needs to talk to him. Probably Alencia? Marsha. Huh. Okay, sure, why not? I don't know if it's possible to end this map early by clearing out all the enemies, but certainly with Har here, there's a possibility that I will be able to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you gotta shove Leanne way back in the corner, but that's okay. I guess I might as well do that. Actually, maybe it would have made sense to use a Lagustone enchant for Nuiluchi, but I don't really think I'm going to need him with Har here. We'll see. I feel like I'm... Actually, I should have... I don't know if our Har's in range to attack the boss. I probably should have set it up to use the chant on Har after recruiting him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does he have a... He has a Javelin. Alright. Alright. So, I guess we'll equip the Javelin. What's her... Is she fair here? Yeah, not great, but... Oh, crackers. Gotta help with all of these Minion guys in the sky. All one of them. Why do I have to make sense? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. Alright, so Cloud's gonna move to here, so if we move here, that'll block. Alright, let's talk about Har. Har is amazing. Let's see. I mean, you can see his stats there. His speed is not amazing right now, though it is enough to double the boss, which is good. But yeah, you can definitely use like some VXP abuse to help him with that, or like some stat boosters, and the rest of his stats are just incredible. He's got you know, his HP is quite high, his strength is quite good, obviously his skill is very high, his defense is fantastic. He is vulnerable to magic, so that's something to watch out for, but you know, as a flyer, he's like, you know, he's got tons of like mobility. He's not vulnerable because he's a wyvern, he's not vulnerable to bows. So you don't have to worry about like those crazy like one-shot crossbow things. Like he's just like a flying. He's like a, you know, like a faster like armored unit. Well, although I guess the armored units in this game are pretty fast anyway. But he's like a faster armored unit on a flying, you know, mount. So it's pretty nice. He's definitely the MVP of part 2. He puts in so much work in like the end game chapter. He's awesome. Anyway, sure. No chance for a crit, but I think he also comes with he comes with cancel. So, you know, we saw how much work that did for Edward. So obviously a great skill. I guess, actually, maybe I should have, like, technically put him here. That would have done more to, like, screen off Leanne. But I guess I can do that with Valencia. And speaking of which, maybe I go for the stun here. just in case. Like, wow, if she gets hit twice, she'll die. But I mean, 20%, she's totally not gonna get hit twice. Tink. Tink. I seem to remember getting like a bunch of stuns actually. When I've played this in the past, but of course, as I said before, like it's not like it's a reliable thing. All right, Neolucci, just prepare to get an axe thrown at you again, or that. Ow, Tink. All right, I could have had him use a Lagusta. It doesn't matter. Oh, it like super doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, get that kill. Alright, before we do that. And sure, we'll like do this, because why not? Rawr! Cancel, yeah! Wreck him. Ugh, ugh! Well. Okay. Boy, these are some exciting turns we're taking. Yeah. Taunt all the remaining ones, Marcia. That's good. I like it. You did it. All right. So we do not get to play, I guess, the MVP. Well, I mean, we can play it, but we don't get to see the results for a while. I assume eventually we'll get to see them, but I will go ahead and record my guess that Marcia will be the MVP. Seems like a pretty obvious pick. So that was chapter 2P in 6 turns or 8 turns, depending on how you want to look at it, I guess. And next time, we're going to get to see Brahm and Nephany try not to kill some villagers or something to that effect. So I'll see you then.